say he has already, as of 2 weeks ago, 95 feature wins here at the Waterford Speed Bowl. And he also, not only at one track, but two, Stafford Springs and the Waterford Speed Bowl, has the most championships behind him. Bob, and it's also your birthday today. We'd all like to wish you a very happy birthday. And we want to know what else can we talk about? What else have you got going on today?
Well, we're going to try to win another race, another feature. Just keep on piling them up. But I'm going to try to win 100 features this year. So nobody will get close enough to me to...
100 features, 100.
Yeah. Well, we're going to work on it. We got a good car and got a good bunch of guys. And like the car got wrecked up Stafford 2 weeks ago, and they worked real hard for 2 weeks now to get it ready. And well, actually 1 week. It was last Friday, a week ago Friday, and did one heck of a job in getting it back together. And I think it's going to go good tonight.
You know, we were looking for you last week. That was most unfortunate that you a turn of events at Stafford. Everything's okay now, though, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I sure missed coming down here last week, and especially they had a sold-out crowd and they had the midgets here. It would have been a dynamite night to be here, but we just couldn't make it, and we felt kind of bad about it because we were sitting on the other side of the fence.
That's okay. We took a nice close look at your car. There's no worse for wear here. It looks fine.
Well, these guys, like I say, these guys kind of keep it up pretty good, but it's got a few dings and bangs around it, a few dents here and there, but it doesn't make the car go any slower.
Not at all. Where are you from, Bob?
From Norwich.
Local boy, and you've been racing here for how long?
35 years. This is my 35th year, and I don't know, I don't think I'm going to give it up quite yet because I still love the sport, and there ain't nothing else I'd like to do, you know.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Potter, birthday boy, track champion, racing driver extraordinaire.
Bob Potter was my modified, my first modified hero. He won a bunch of races. He was, we were hearing all kinds of stories about how he was really a chassis guy, and that spurred me on to think about how all that stuff worked.
He knew how to set up a car. He knew chassis. And it had to be, you know what I mean, or no good.
Wherever Bob Potter raced, his ability to stay out of trouble is beyond belief. I mean, a guy could race for 2 years, and all he got was a bent bumper.
Bob didn't get too many scuffles out there.
He was one of the cleanest guys to race against. You know, to get him to lay a fender or a bumper on you, you really had to be an idiot.
I always thought he was a silky smooth kind of a smart racer, and you can see where that would have stood him in good stead at Waterford all those years.
Probably about as dominant a driver for as long a period of time as you'll ever see any place.
He could drive anything. Bob was really a wheel man. It didn't matter what he got in, he could drive the wheels off it, and he won a whole lot of races because he was that good.
He was one of the first ones that could run the low groove at the bowl faster than some of the guys up top, up on the higher groove.
Potter knew his way around that racetrack, and he could ride the bottom of that racetrack in those turns better than anybody I've ever seen.
Someone like Bob Potter would have been as well known in his day as, maybe not a Dale Earnhardt, but certainly in the era of someone like Richard Petty. People might have known more about Bob Potter back then than they would have about Richard Petty or some of the other big-time NASCAR guys. They just weren't so recognized.
When you say Waterford Speed Bowl, usually the first driver that comes to mind is Bob Potter.
It was a great year. These guys out of Coventry, Rhode Island, they had this coupe, 11 coupe, beautiful coupe, but they asked me to drive the car. I said, sure, and then went out opening day and won. And the only time I didn't win was when the motor blew. I was walking out of the pits and Art Barry was walking in the pits. And he says, Art, what are you doing? Yeah, just kicking around watching the races. He says, where's your car? He says, home in the garage, safe. I said, why don't you get that car out of the garage next week? Let's go racing. I said, I got a championship to win here. Go out and practice, and we're flying. They've done it back straight away, and the motor expired. So that baby blew. Dickie Doo, he had 2 cars there. So he says, hey, you want to drive the car? He says, it wasn't running good. We had somebody else take it out. And he said, it wasn't running good in practice. He said, maybe you can figure it out in the first feature. Took it out in the first feature, was skipping. I didn't. In fact, I didn't even finish the first feature, because it just was running so bad. Got it in the pits, and I think they ran late models in between us. So we got the motor squared away. Went out in the second feature, and I'm leading it. And Dickie Doo, I'm lapping Dickie Doo, you know. He's running around the bottom there. And he stuck his arm with the car. He's waving me by, come on, win this race, you know. So I won the race. And that worked out good, that was fun, you know. So that year I won races with 4 different cars to win the first championship.